All right, I am very energized. I'm wound, and I know I'm going to have trouble packing this all in. And when you get real pumped about something, you can go on for hours, so I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to get right to the point. Why I have so much energy coming into the presentation is that we realized about $1 million of profit in 2013 from what I'm going to talk about today. We have experienced the pain and the struggles of trade promotion management for many years, and like everyone else, there's always the trial and error. There's always the learning. We finally decided to do something about it, and that's what I want to talk about. And for us, it gave us incremental profit of about $1 million in that year. And what would it mean for you? I'll tell you something specific for me. It helped my career. There's no two ways about it. You go into a family-owned business, and you present to the executive group, hey, just want you guys to understand that we have returned $1 million of profit to the business by improving promotion ROI. That goes over very, very well. When I was trying to do this type of analysis in Excel, I was so frustrated and it was very discouraging and overwhelming. But once you get the resources to do it, not only does it return here, but it returns to you personally. So our results, in just 1 year, Ainsworth Pet Nutrition, we realized a tremendous improvement in our ROI, 16 points. That is huge. So where do we come from? Our world was post-promotion analysis was done that once or twice a year. The company, although very successful, was recognizing the need to change. And they came down with these sales planning objectives that they wanted to see happen. Fortunately, I was already a year into the T-Pro process. So when they came down and said, hey, here's what we need you to produce, I was 2/3 of the way there. So that worked out very well. The other thing that was comforting was what they were asking for is what we were doing. So when a group of executives at a very successful family-owned business got together and mapped out what they felt they needed, it was comforting to know that the team from POI that we were working with was developing the exact same methods and outcomes, and so it was perfect. And the cultural focus on the ROI that was coming down, T-Pro was the enabling tool. I don't know what I would have done had I not been a year into this process because it was so difficult before. Our promotions were costing way too much money, and actually they were negative double-digit ROIs. So how do we do it? I want to walk through these steps of how we actually did it, just walking through it one at a time. As soon as we made the decision, we had to enforce some discipline. We had to make sure that the data going into the system was valid and accurate, or it was going to be a wholly meaningless exercise. We needed to get alignment of the trade promotion data and our POS data. So we had to make sure that when we took a look at performance in the marketplace, we were able to go get the appropriate spending and tie it to it so the P&Ls would make sense. Baseline management is critical. To me, it's one of the most fundamental things you have to understand. And then, of course, the scenario plan with predictive capabilities. And where do we choose to do it? Again, I emphasize, if you have real strong Excel capabilities and programming skills, I mean, you may be able to find another way. I don't have it. So I had to work with some folks to develop something, and T-Pro is a solution that we worked on. You're going to have better collaboration with customers. We talked about it today, and I think the speaker just prior to me mentioned the idea you've got to have fact-based information if you're going to collaborate. This gives it to us. It's going to reduce their desk time, because we often will ask them for input on incremental spends and whatnot, and they've got to go fill out an Excel template and build some calculations and send it to us. Now they just go to a scenario planner. Now the alignment of the TPM and POS data, the master calendar, which is my favorite piece, allows you to bring all these elements together in a really nice view. I like the fact we've got all of our consumer or marketing events on the top. We've got all the yellow squares or the competitive data set. It lets us know, gives an indication that, hey, you have whoever it is you define as your competitors, they have activity going on in that particular week, so it helps explain your performance for the week. And then all the red boxes are imported from our TPM solution, so you can see all the events that we're executing. And then we can do the alignment to make sure they're parked right over the POS data. And again, just having this calendar and sitting down and reviewing our data gave us the 16-point improvement in ROI. So the beauty of the scenario planner is that you get to see your highly probable results before you commit to the promotion. You don't have to wait and analyze it later to say, wow, that was a real money loser, or that didn't drive anything incremental, it didn't move the baseline. You can focus on volume or revenue or profit, your choice, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. Again, you can be confident that it's based on actual market performance. And the nice thing is exports to the TPM solution, so there's no redundancy. Very efficient. And then our promotion planning accuracy improves by using the T-Pro planner. So this is where I think these conferences are excellent. Just so you know, the development of this project comes from POI attendees. That's the network. Those are the people that I've worked with. The other companies that we partnered with to build this came from POI. Anyways, this is how we realized $1 million of incremental profit. It's real. It's a true story. And for any one of you who's interested in going down that path, I highly recommend it. I cannot imagine any scenario where this would not pay out.